Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to the streets of Vega, our quaint metropolis after all. And of course we also want to boost our attractiveness there a bit. We do have the first tourists in Vega too. I have no idea where they're sleeping. There will be some houses there somewhere along the line, but with that we're already making now a nice profit. Look at that, it's 1,000 on my income in addition, right? So there's a new position here now, and that's the visitors. Hooray! And with them we can milk them primarily with hotels, but also with attractions. And attractions it is. I want to also go ahead with my next area that we have. That's this one. Now we have right now the welfare cracking. We have the research institute already finished. That is now researching, well, scholar residences, that is. And then, of course, we do need the palace. And the palace will provide, hopefully, more influence to my general area and also more attractiveness, since it's going to affect a lot of engineers. For that, however, we do need to move a few things. Once again, we do have a church here. We can still keep the church totally. Somewhere over here probably. We can just nicely squeeze it in. Let's actually move that one. And with that, we should have some space here for a cute church right here. Right, so it's just like that. And with the cliffs on the back. So if someone dies, he's get the ceremony and then the disposal. You got both of them at the same time. That's amazing. And then of course we still have an iron mine. Now we are producing a lot of iron, right, already. So we have capped production at the moment with the docklands. So I think for the sake of the looks, I might actually delete this. Let's just quickly check this out. That was just a ship passing by. Delete it. And I think I would like to do this. Some of you might roll their eyes, others will unsubscribe me, others again will insult me, and some will cheer. And I rather focus on those that will cheer me for that, because a palace should not be close to a mine, and that is my decision. It's final, so we're not using that node here. That's a bit of a luxury on my part, isn't it? Yeah, that's okay. And with that, we can build us that juicy palace right here somewhere. We don't have a lot of space, so I'm trying to make my best here with the little space that we have, with a few modules that we can have. We could have the palace a bit further in the back here, right? And then just go crazy with a few wings on either side. Of course, we want to keep it a bit symmetrical there at least. There can be a pass through, oops, something like that. Then probably a double tower like this, so that we have some paths down here. Then probably something like, where's my corner? There is my corner. Like that. And here we could still also go ahead with this one and this one. That one's tricky. It looks good, right? But we don't have the ability to place it here. There's just no room for it. So I might actually not do it up there. Right, so we just have kind of like it crushed like this. I could still build something here upwards like that, right? We would of course need a pass through here, but that would work as well. It's getting tight over there, so we'll just see. It doesn't need to be monumentous like my Crown Falls Palace. Something small can easily work out. Probably here then a connection, right? Let's make it 3 gates.
Your people are starting to get sick.
Showing the world that we can afford several gates is always important, and 3 gates just show you that. And then we can have some streets going all around here. Once again, also symmetrical. 3 entrances. And with that, we would have our little palace there. From afar, it also looks fine. Bit cramped, perhaps, right next to the mountain. But it would be decent. It would be giving us quite a lot of headaches as well. 2 million construction and also 400 tons of windows before we can fully finish this one. Could continue with a few flower beds around it. So don't forget, there is of course people that can walk around here. Let's probably make it like here. Going up, and I will need to stop there as well on both sides once more, because I will not be able to get around here with that mine. Unfortunately, the mine, while we're not using anything from it, right, it's still wasting space over there, and I can't get close to the city without destroying anything. And I also don't want to move the main road, so this is fine, at least for my taste. Let's have some jolly good trees in here. with some statues there in the center of it. We can build this one right away. Make some room for that. And in here, of course, instead of this one, I would like to use the palace paved road. I think, though, we do still need to make at least one tiny connection here to the... Now I actually need to think about that. Is it the module or is it the main building? I have no idea. We'll build it. We are going to build the main building and connect it for now, right? And for the others, we're going to use then the normal paving, so the palace paving, because that just fits much better to the palace, of course. All around here. And then we're also going to need some springs, as always. There is room for that. The big ones. Nah, unfortunately, we can't even afford the big ones. I will go with the smaller ones outside. And there you go, with some ornaments along the line as well. I might even add this Eden tree out there as well to the whole endeavor. I think that makes a bit sense there as well, surrounded by flower beds. There you go. Might need to make it like so to keep it symmetrical. Yeah, we can actually build most of it, except perhaps the palace itself. So let's build the pavements. Oh, we do get also some attraction bonus, because all of them, of course, add to that. And with that, we also get a new palace level then right away. Hooray! Something like that. Now, a few things in the meantime happened. So for now, I quickly need to move away from that again. We haven't unlocked enough modules there yet. The welfare superstructure is finished. So let's go ahead. For the next one, we do need windows again. The steam motors are fine, and the wood veneer will also be fine. 1,500 artisans. Yeah, Windows is the big one here. Unveiling of a palace heralds government's ambition for more efficient lawmaking. That's totally my motivation. And here also we have finished the first permit. So I can now go ahead and build me the first scholars. And that's, of course, exactly what we want to do. We do have spaces available. Let's start with this area.
You reached a new milestone.
Right, and with that we have actually 4. I can build all 4 of them. And another one here. Of course, we're going to have something in between. And I also want to make some room here. Move those guys away there a bit.
Here constitutes a major breakthrough.
Yeah, give me guidance. And let's move the hospital over. Makes a bit more sense. Right, and with that we have more space than here again as well. And probably going to move them like so. And in between we could actually have then something. This one goes up, connects it, and has then a connection here with this main entrance point that we have there as well. Alright, the campus is coming along. We are going to need to wait now again. I do have some whopping 760. I think I need 1,000 for the next one, right? Yes. 1,000, so we need to wait now. We are slowly building that up. And once that's happening, we can continue with those guys. Canned food they need. They have that. Hooray. Now, one thing is certain, we are not having enough windows. We do need to do something about that. And we do have our glass makers. Let's just check it out. We have a glass production, a surplus of 11. That's actually quite generous. And the sand is a surplus of -5. So we do need to counter that somehow. I think I'm already using the 50% here. So there's not that much more I can do. We can have a look at saltpeter. I think I could... Nah, I'm not halving my saltpeter production. Yeah, tricky. There's no way anymore for me to boost those sand mines. We could, of course, build them on another island, right? And yeah, Billoway would come to mind here, where we do have some beaches available. However, it is very, very open. So attacks could happen frequently. Bristlewitch does not have a commute pier, nor do I want to spend more on that. So closest one is Billoway, and for that we'll do need to use this beach area now. At least we have a beach area, that's great. And we can just pump out a few of these sand mines. And as we know, they are very forgiving when it comes to the layout, right? So we can, hopefully, we can test this out. Easily build a few of them. This is probably not possible anymore. It is possible. They're very forgiving, as I said. Way more than the fisheries. Having it like that. But of course, the fisheries have boats. They need to go out, right? The sand mines don't. Yeah, we can use it like that. And then probably a few more over here. At some point we'll need to close it here. But that is not possible then. Alright, we need to keep this open. That is fine though, because this is working.
The non-aggression pact has ended.
And then we could actually squeeze in even more in this area as well. Crazy. There would be room for a lot of them. Let's also have this one here completely filled. And then... yeah, we do need 5, so I'm calculating with 10 around that. Let's upgrade the warehouse right away. And they're producing, of course, yeah, we do need 5 of them for now, for starters. Right, that is a production of 10 cents per minute. And this we just need to get over. That's the trickiest one. We are already quite full. First, this one is still delivering the bricks. That's the important one. We got the wood veneer, of course, and the bread. This is also fully utilized. I will need another ship. We got that. We got the fish and the planks going to Billaway. And, I mean, going to Vega. That is something we actually need. Yeah, I know. Beer. Beer, right? We are definitely, most definitely not going to use that much beer. Let's assign Merle into that. We still have the Grey Goblin on it. Crazy. And I want to get this one right. So we are taking that and then some sand. And with that, we're using all the slots plus the sand on Merlin. And yeah, where's the Grey Goblin there? It's in the harbor of Vega right now. You have done us a very long service here indeed, and you can now retire. It has some beer still left. Unfortunately, fortunately, we are capped on beer, so I could just destroy the ship. I could just sell all of that. Right, let's get it to Archie, sell the beer plus the ship. Some of you have been complaining that I'm actually destroying the ships rather than selling them. All right, let's get the money. Let's get the money, right? We could actually purchase some shares. Oh, 2 million for 5,900. I'm actually on a good path here with Miss Hunt.
A little charade.
We're at +8 here with her. I'm up for that. Purchasing a share would destroy this again. And yeah, I don't really need the income, so let's not do anything drastic for the moment, like purchasing shares. Sand comes over. With that, the glass production will be in full swing. We could still boost that too, but I think it's not super necessary at the moment, right? And the remaining glass that we have in surplus, yeah, we can build some more window makers because boy, I do need them. Up here, unfortunately, that's the end of line. Here though, we still have some room that I can use. There's still the solitary artisan, and we can squeeze in another window maker, right? So this whole alley there to the mountain is now being used once again by more glass makers. Let's upgrade this one as well. It's also casually hiding the mine for anyone to see. That's also cool. Now another thing entirely. The pocket watches are still not opened for my engineers. Of course, let's do this. This gives me a +3 happiness for the engineers. And as we can see, it is recovering now. And they should hopefully get a bit more positive. And with that, hooray, we have a content population. And that means chances for riots is rather low from now on. I mean, we haven't had a lot of riots in the past. So that's that. Oh, the glazing stopped. What's going on? Yeah, we are out of windows. Like, completely out of windows. We're at 3, 4 right now. Let's also go ahead and upgrade those 2 wood veneer stations. We do need a bit more wood veneer as well for the gramophones, but right now also for the monuments. Oh, both of them, right? The trade routes will do the rest. We also have the science points, so let's go ahead and yeah, get us another campus extension permit.
The game is afoot.
That's 25 minutes, no matter what. And we do need them, of course, to further boost my science output. And also my limit. One thing we can do with upgrading is upgrading more workers. We get 1,000 available. And I would like to go ahead and continue with the upgrading process towards the eastern side of my city. Down to 300. There's also a few more here. But here we can actually keep a few more to keep it diverse. Especially towards the mine. This one's pretty much complete with the upgrade. And I will also keep those workers there. Right? I mean... Get it tight. Very good. This is working. And then we just need to upgrade a few more here. And that's it. Perfect. Alright, let's also do something else here. We still have another item that I would like to use. So we're already using now Ferraz al-Sarami and also Steely-Eyed Steelsmith for the steelworks, the weapon factories and the heavy weapon factories. And next up in line is... Now that I need to check this one, I think, yep, as some of you have been pointing it out, it's actually not working for the furnaces, right? So Steely-Eyed Steelsmith does not do anything when I delete him. There is no bonus here, so he was not affecting them. Totally right, but we still have another item that does, and that is the heavy coal permit. That one has the ironworks and foundries, 40% productivity and 40% attractiveness. So we are a curious metropolis right now, and now we are quaint. We got a full level and even more than that. 1.5 levels, I should, 1.75, I should say, that we got out of that, getting to a quaint metropolis now. Perfect. This actually can't work because a quaint metropolis is below a curious metropolis. So once again, I'm wrong. Attractiveness is not plus 40% reduced. It's actually 40% increased with that. So of course it also makes sense when you look at the name, the heavy coal permit. So this one is bumping up the unattractiveness from -5 to a whopping -7 per building. That's not something I like, especially since we don't really need the boost here anymore. While we're here, I could also think about moving Ferraz somewhere else because we don't need that much steel anymore. But that's for later. Looking at my oil, I need to reverse my opinion of electricity. We're building one more oil power plant for this area here. We do need that. We do have already a track system. So I think up here instead of the school would be a very good location for another power plant. Let's just check this out. With that, we would have full coverage of this whole district and all the way almost to the beach area. I wonder if we shouldn't get the beach area in then as well. We would neglect these few people here, but that's fine. Getting a bit beach area in. No, we don't really need that beach, right? I can move it again if I want to, but nah. Let's not do this. Let's actually get this one here so we get the whole district flooded with electricity. That's what I would like to see. And that means the school needs to go, of course. We do have room for that. Who says anything about room? Let's have those workers. I mean, we got 3,000 artisans. Let's remove some artisans. Get the school over into the more artisan and worker district, and then I would just like to have one of my power plants that we can then easily use in this area. Let's actually keep a bit of a room here. I mean, it has actually quite the impact, but I think it also has when I build it like that. Yes, very good. And then we can have our tracks here once more, going all the way or coming all the way from this one. So that's also quite an extensive new train line pushing into this power plant over there. Of course, a few more crossings we need. And we have the surplus for that. We are actually building up more oil again after the... Well, now that 2 oil tankers are fully functional. And I might actually add a 3rd one because I think we have that production. That's that. Full connection once more. And with that, this district is now electrified as well. And this comes handily for us because I need to do something here in the center of Vega. And that is I need to move a few buildings around. And you can probably guess already why that's the case, why I'm doing this. Let's actually start by doing it. We have a bunch of artisans that I can get rid of. This might hurt a bit, right? It hurts more than I thought. But I don't have the room anymore for anything else. And I need that space here. This is also the reason why we electrified that area. So that I can move in some workers. No, well, some engineers, some investors. We're going to move them over here. And that's quite a lot of moving now, right? So we have this full block that I can move. And then I've got a few more people here. And they're all going to have then the school. Member club wise, they're also fine. So I'm not worried about my members club. About the school, I might be worried. There's a school here, there's a school here. I think we can actually get rid of this school. I think we had too many schools. And there's the train coming in for electricity right on time. Because there's more and more investors now and engineers living in this area. This is fine, but those guys here I will still need to get rid of. I think there's another block here, and then we can also get this whole area there. And those guys. And I actually still have more room than I thought. So we could actually go ahead with more. There is another school. Holy cow, they are popping up everywhere. And let's actually move this towards the mountain. So it's got a very nice playground. And yeah, with that, I think we do have enough space. Right here, it's not totally central, of course, but it doesn't need to be totally central. Of course, I'm talking about the Town Hall Monument, and we can probably have it like this in the area.
Production has stopped.
Only problem that I see right now is a warehouse we can just build right here. It's right next to it. And then we can build that once we have some more windows. It's just great that we bumped it up with the window production, producing 17 per minute right now. So I need to wait on that a bit. Right, so lots of big constructions going on right now. The World Fair will still take some time too. The Town Hall Monument is coming up next. And of course we're waiting for more building permits for my scholars. But Vega is going places. Stay tuned.